the work of each racial group has a different set of work to do in this conversation. So there is like, so we will racialize the conversation, but dismantling white supremacy is, many of us have learned to climb into leadership and preserve power by replicating white supremacy practices. And so there's a phenomenal piece of research that we use by Tema Okun, which looks at 14 organizational practices that are steeped in white supremacy belief systems. And the practices are things like right to comfort, fear of open conflict, paternalism. So any one of us who has ever made a decision on behalf of someone else or another group because we thought we knew best and we thought we didn't need to survey the families, or we didn't need to ask the staff, or we decided which, we had a budget to cut and we'd made a choice. We've all done that. We've all, and we do it because we need to move quickly sometimes. We do it because maybe we're sitting in a place where we have a perspective and a positionality that actually gives us the benefit of more information. And so it's not always that they're bad moves, but we want to slow down and interrogate what those moves are. We want to visualize what those moves are, and we want to open a conversation with the rest of our team. So we will look at dominant culture in organizational practices, and we will examine how any of us replicate those dominant practices regardless of our racial identity. And then the leadership teams will go back, that session in particular, the action plan will be to go back to your teams, the rest of your staff, and conduct some feedback, get some feedback on where do you think our organization is really strong, and where do you think our organization has room to grow? And I'll tell you, we did it in our organization, and we're all people of color. We are all beautiful shades of brown. And we scored really high in fear of open conflict. That was the area that we thought our whole staff were like, we're good at dealing with conflict. And then we said, which area should we work on? And it was fear of open conflict. So we were like, we're doing a good job in some ways, and we still can get better. And the idea of like, what makes people afraid? Where do we feel like we're not allowed to fail? Perfectionism, it's like they're all interconnected in there.